Hi learners, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll do the part 2 of the same topic, that is the quadratic equation. So in that we are going to see the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. One video has been already uploaded, you can have a check. So here for the quadratic equation, actually this is the standard form, or we can also call it the general form of the equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And also b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant of the quadratic equation, and this is denoted as d. So d is what? That is b square minus 4ac. So now the nature of roots, that is based on the discriminant. So that will be, we have to see that wherever there is this discriminant is d is greater than 0, less than 0, is equal to 0. So what is that? Just let us see. How is the? So now whenever it is, if d is greater than 0, so the roots, they are called as real and unequal. So the graph of the quadratic function here, what happens here, whenever that d is greater than 0, so it intersects the x-axis as 2 points. Now see here, can you see this is the graph given? So this is the x-axis. So the graph is intersecting at 2 points here and here. Again here also, it will be here and here. So whenever such type is there, we can say that d is greater than 0. If d is equal to 0, then roots are real and equal. So here what happens here? The graph of the quadratic equation touches the x-axis, that is only at 1 point. So can you see this is touching at only 1 point. This is the x-axis. And if d is less than 0, this is called less than 0, then the roots are not real. And the graph, what happens? The graph of the quadratic equation does not intersect the x-axis. So can you see here? This is the x-axis, so it is not intersecting the x. So this, if d is less than 0. Now let us see how to solve this question here. Comment on the nature of roots of each of the following equations. This is the equation given, that is x square plus root of x minus 7 is equal to 0. So this is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So what we can see here, a, here there is nothing, means this is a is 1. B will be root 3. We have to see along with the sign, and c is minus 7, which is written over here. And discriminant d, that is given as b square minus 4ac, which is discriminant. Always we have to write b square minus 4ac, that is d. So now we will put the values wherever we see this b, we will put here root of 3 whole bracket square minus this 4 as it is. What is a here? A is 1 and c is minus 7. So what will you write? Root of 3 means root of 3 into root of 3. So this will be root of 9. Root of 9, that is going to be 3. And this will be, this minus and minus becomes plus. So this will be 28. So this is 31. So what we can say here, that d is greater than 0. So the equation now we have seen in the previous one, that equation whenever that is greater than 0 means the equation has two distinct real roots. We have to just say this at what is the nature of roots. So this step is important. Now in this equation, again we will see this a is 16, b is 25 and c is minus 10. So that is written here. So discriminant is b square minus 4ac. So b square means 25 square minus 4, a is 16 and c is minus 10. So 25 square means 25 into 25, that will be 625, and minus minus becomes plus. So when you multiply this one, that is going to be 640. So add, that will be 1265, and then again this 1265 means that is greater than 0. So again here also the equation has two distinct real roots. So you have to learn wherever that is greater than 0, less than 0 and is equal to 0, how is the nature, that you have to learn by heart. So with that one, these things, the calculations are very easy. Once you know what is the discriminant, just plug in the values and you get a value, but then you have to see whether it's a real root or not with the help of this 3 types. Here x square minus pq minus r square is equal to 0. So what you can do here, this a is 1 because ax square plus bx plus c, that will be, and here we don't have anything bx, Now see here, B, we don't have anything, but this whatever is there, because there is no x term over here. So this whatever is there, that is the constant. So here A is 1, B we can write 0, and what C we can write here, this is C, but then what I have done here, I have taken minus common because in both the places we have minus. So here then minus PQ, this is minus is already over here, so minus plus will be minus R square. So be careful with this sign. Whenever you are putting a bracket, this will become plus because this minus plus becomes minus. So D is B square minus 4AC. So B is what? 0 minus 4, A is 1, and C is this whole part. So that is going to be here. Now what will be here? Because this also is multiplication. So minus minus becomes plus. So that is going to be 4. We can write as it is. And this P square plus Q R square. That is PQ plus R square. We'll write here. So now what you can see, this PQ plus R square. This could be positive, negative, or it can be 0. So depending on the values of PQR. What are the values? We don't know what are the values of PQR. So there are three possibilities. Either it will be positive, negative, or 0. So but then if PQ plus R square, that is greater than 0, then determinant is greater than 0. An equation has two distinct roots. If PQ plus R square, that is 0, then D is equal to 0, discriminant is 0. And you know the equation has two equal real roots. Here is distinct, here this is distinct, and this is real if it is equal to 0. And if PQ plus R square, that is less than 0, then discriminant, that is less than 0, and equation has two non-real roots. That is what we have to write, because now this cannot be solved, so we have to write this all three possibilities. Now here this is the equation. Again here this A, B, and C, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this will be 2, this is going to be minus 3, and this is going to be plus 5. So this is here. So discriminant again b square minus 4ac. So this will be minus 3 square minus 4, a is 2, and c is 5. So here will be minus 3 square. So whenever there is minus and here is even number, so that will be always positive. So 3 into 3, that will be 9. This is minus. This will be multiplied, means it is going to be 40. So minus 40 plus 9, that will be minus 31. So minus 31 means that is D is less than 0. So equation has non-real roots. Find the equation of S if the equation, that is find the value of S if the equation S minus 2 x square minus 5 plus S into x plus 16 is equal to 0 has equal roots. So now what will be A here? This is ax square plus bx, and this is c. So A is s minus 2, b is what? Minus, you have to put along with this one, minus, and then 5 plus s, and c is here 16. So since it has equal roots, means d is, discriminant is 0. So this is discriminant means b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So b means what you are going to write, this whole thing you are going to write, and you are going to put a square, put a square bracket and put a square, minus this 4 as it is. A means you are going to put this one s minus 2, write 4 and s minus 2, and c is 16 is equal to 0. So now what will you do here? First thing now we will do, because this minus is here, because this was minus 5 minus s. Hope this is clear. And then put a square for this one, and later stage you can now look at here. This will be 16 4s are 64, and this will be s minus 2 is equal to 0. So now this is in the form of a minus b whole bracket square. So you know that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So now here a square means minus 5 square means 25 minus 5 into this square means, because this is a one number, it should be 25. And now it is minus 2ab. So minus 2, what is a? A is minus 5, and this will be, so this is going to be 10s, and this will be s square. And here will be minus 64s, and this should be plus 28 is equal to 128, that is going to be 0. So now what will you do here? We will take this s square over here. Then what will you do? Here this will be minus 64s and plus 10s. That is minus 64 plus 10, that will be minus 54s. And this is going to be this, and this is going to be, when you add it, that is going to be 153 is equal to 0. So now see here, whenever we do the quadratic equation, means you multiply this into this, that first and the last term. So here is 1 into 153, and you have to adjust, this is the middle term, you have to adjust this one, like we have to take the factors of 153, and then whatever the factors we get, we have to adjust that this one and get it to the middle term, the same one. Now see here, 153 means 3 5s are 15, 3 1s are, 3 17s are, and 17 ones are, because this is a prime number. So we want 54. So how are we going to get 54 here? 17 threes are 51, and here 3. But that should be, both should be negative, because we want minus 54. So we have to take the numbers for whatever the factors we have. We cannot put any other number, because this 54 can be divisible by other number as well. But we have to take only from the numbers from these factors. So what will be that? That is going to be minus 54. So how are you going to split? Minus 51s minus 3s plus this 153 is 0. So now see here, first there were 3 terms. So now after splitting the middle term, you got to 4 terms. So what are you going to do? Now you are going to group it, 2 each. So what will you do? In the first one, you can see s common. So in the bracket remains s minus 51. So whatever the sign is here, that same sign should be here. And now in the second group, what you can see, 3 is common. So in the bracket remains is 3s minus 51 is equal to 0. So now what you have to do, always this and this bracket should be same. If it is not same, means you have done something wrong. So this, both the bracket, this is same. So you have to write it only once in one bracket. And now what is outside the bracket? S minus 3 in the other bracket. So now this one, s minus 51 is equal to 0, and s minus 3 is also equal to 0. So we'll write it, s minus 51 is equal to 0, s minus 3 is equal to 0. So when you arrange this one, so this will go here, so that will be s is equal to 51, and this will go here, that will be s is equal to 3. Find the value of k if the following quadratic equation has equal roots. So this is the equation given. So here a is 2, b is k, and c is 3, because we are going to use that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So now since this equation has equal roots, means the discriminant is 0, so that will be b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So in place of this b, you know the values here. You are going to plug in the values. K square minus 4, this will be a is 2, c is 3 is equal to 0. So that will be k square. When you take this together, that is going to be minus 24 is equal to 0. So k square, this you take it here, that will be 24. So k is going to be, now see here, this 24, whenever that is, that should be plus or minus, because we are going to square both the sides. So plus or minus, that is important, that will be root of 24. So k is going to be plus or minus root of 24. What we can do, whenever we take the factors, that will be 2 12s are, 2 6s are, 2 3s are, and 3 1s are. So we have to see from these numbers that 1 is a perfect square. So which will be that 4 and 6. So 4 into 6. We cannot take 12 into 2, because what happens here? Because they are both, these are not the perfect squares, but 4 is a perfect square. So we can write it whenever we take 4 into 6 in the root. So that means this is a perfect square. So this goes outside. So root of 4 means that is going to be 2, and root 6 remains here. So now what will be that? K, the value of k is, once you are going to take a plus, that is 2 root 6, and k is minus 2 root 6. So this is the answer. For what values of k are the roots of the equation x square plus 4x plus k is equal to 0 real? So now this is the equation given. So a here is 1, b is 4, and k is, sorry, that c is k. So they want the real. So for real roots, what do you have? There is d is greater than or equal to 0. So now this is one, we have only whenever there are real roots, means it should be greater than or equal to 0. So that will be b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. So what is here? B means that is going to be 4 square minus 4a is 1, and this will be k is greater than or equal to 0. So this will be 16. When you multiply this one, that will be minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. So now what will you do here? 16, and this one you are going to take it on this side first. That will be this, this remains as it is. That is going to be 4k. But now, since we want here this just the value of k, so this 4 will bring, this is multiplication, will bring on this side. So that is going to be divided by 4 is greater than or equal to k. So now what will we want the value of k. So the k is going to be what? We have to change the sign. So now see here. So whenever this says that 4, this says that 4 is greater than or equal to k, that means k is less than or equal to 4. Hope this is clear, because now see here, this the greater sign was here. So now the greater sign is along with this one. So only we have written it. So don't get confused how the sign changes. It's the same. Only we have written it on this side. So it shows the face, this one, this arrow over here. So for what values of the quadratic equation 20ax square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0 has no real roots? So this is the equation given. So a is, see here, be careful with this one, ax square plus bx plus c. So a will be, because this is x square, this will be 20a and not just 20. So you have to write this a as well. And then b is minus 5 and c is 2. So hope this step is clear to you. For equation to have no real roots, because it is no real roots, so d should be, that is discriminant, should be less than 0. So that will be b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So here will be minus 5 square minus 4 into this a is 20a, and this will be 2 is less than 0. So minus 5 into minus 5, that will be 25. And this will be minus, and when you multiply this one, that will be 160a is less than 0. So minus 160a is less than, if this goes here, that will be minus 25. So now both the sides is negative. So there is a rule in inequality that if both the sides is negative, means you have to change the sign. So inequality sign, that is, means now this was less than, so it will be greater than, and this goes off. Hope this step is clear to you. So now a is going to be 25 divided by, this will go there, means it is going to get divided by 160. And when you simplify this one, so 5 5s are and 5 32s are. So it will be 5 by 32. You can write again here, that will be a is greater than 5 by 32. If the quadratic equation px square minus 2 root 5 px plus 15 is equal to 0 has two equal roots, then find the value of p. So now this is the equation given. So this is a, the b is minus 2 root 5 and c is 15. So for two equal roots, so what will you say? That is d is equal to 0. So b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So in place of this b square, you are going to write this one. You have to write the p as well. Be careful with this one, and square of it. Minus 4 will be as it is, and a is just p and b is 15. So now see here, I'll show you this how to do this one. So now see, we have minus 2 root 5 and this p and square of it. So forget the p for time being. We'll just think about this minus 2 root 5 and square, because p is going to be, yeah, is going to be square. So whenever we have such type of problems, means you have to multiply this as well as this one. So this is going to be what? Because minus 2 square means it is going to be positive 4. And root 5 square means root 5 into root 5, that is going to be just 5. Hope this is clear. So this should be 20. 20 and this is p square. So 20 p square. So this is going to be 20 p square, and this whole thing, that is going to be minus 60p is equal to 0. So now you can see from this one, we can see 20p common. So we'll take outside. So what remains in bracket is p minus 3. So that will be 20p square minus 60p is equal to 0. So now this says that 20p is equal to 0, or this is going to be 0. So 20p is equal to 0, or p minus 3 is equal to 0. So what will be p? P will be 0 0.20. This will go here. That will be 0 divided by 20 will be 0, or p will be here. It will go here. That will be p is equal to 3. Find the relation between p, q and r if the roots of the equation, this is the equation given, are equal. So same equation I have written here. So what is a? This is x squared. So before that, whatever is, that is a. This is x, means this will be b, and this whole thing should be C. So they are equal means for equal roots, D is equal to 0, so B square minus 4AC is equal to 0. So B will be what? Q minus R whole bracket square minus 4. A is P minus Q and C is R minus P is equal to 0. So now see, this is in the form of A minus B whole bracket square. So A square minus 2AB plus B square. So here is minus and here is plus. Be careful with that one. So what is A? A will be here Q square minus 2AB means minus 2 this into this one minus 2QR and plus B square. B square means R square. Now this minus 4 let us write as it is. Now we were going to multiply this one. So what will you do here? P into R, that will be PR. P into minus P, that is going to be minus P square. Minus Q into R, that will be minus QR. And this will be minus minus plus QP. So this is how we can write PQ. Both is the same. Is equal to 0. Hope this is clear. So now this all same. Multiply this one minus 4PR. Minus minus becomes plus 4PQ. This again here minus minus becomes plus 4QR and minus plus that becomes minus, that is 4PQ is equal to 0. So here Q square plus R square plus 4PQ P square, that will be, here will be what? Minus, here this minus 4PR, that is here, and here minus 2QR plus 4QR. So plus 4 minus 2 is going to be plus 2QR. And this also is alone, that same here is equal to 0. So this is the answer. So by this one we have completed today's work. Do like and subscribe to my channel so you get the notification of other parts. Thank you.